When we first started floating the idea of the friendship circle, everyone said, yeah, it's a terrific idea. Why don't you go right ahead? But where do you think you're getting these volunteers? Kids are busy, teens are into sports, athletics, academics, social life. It's a wonderful idea, but it's just not going to happen. They don't have time for it.
That was, I think, where my skepticism came. It was hard to imagine two teenage girls of their capability, and they're very bright girls, basically getting down to his level and being able to communicate with him.
I go to school at Nicolay High School, and I play tennis on the Nicolay varsity team.
I wouldn't think that a group of teenagers would be interested in participating in a program.
The weekends are pretty hectic. I hang out with my friends, I work out, I do my homework. I'm in most accelerated classes.
These are not people being paid to do a job. These are kids.
I'm involved in student council, soccer, and tennis. I also dance.
I play basketball, I play golf. Next year I'm going to play football.
There's so many things pulling at these kids. There's so many options for things for them to be involved in after school and on weekends.
I wasn't quite sure if I had time for it and if I really wanted to do it.
This is about person-to-person kindness, opening your heart, opening your emotions to another person.
A friend is one of the most valuable things in life because it is very difficult to get through life without anybody by your side.
From these children, one may learn of the depth of the soul and the potential of every person we meet.
I'm being tested on my patience. I'm being tested on my creativity. I'm being tested on my excitement level. And I'm being tested on the basic core values of being a human being and having compassion.
They have an innate goodness, they have a natural compassion, they have unlimited potential. And it's just a question of how to uncover it, how to peel back those layers. And that's part of what the Friendship Circle does. It finds the innate goodness that we all possess. I remember being a teenager, 16, 17 years old, having the great fortune of being present during the Rebbe's talks, where the Rebbe would educate us and teach us that you have to love another person, be sensitive to another person's needs like you are to your own needs.
זה גנוג der עניין כפשוטה ומקונם מסביר זן ספושת שבפשוטה מישראל. אז ואהבת לרעך כמוך תשת לסוף בפשטות. Und בשעס מזו כמוך, ist wo geht, hat sich mit sich. Kommt von sich nicht weg. Sagt man, hat ואהבת לרעך, peilt das in seinen Neven wie Komecha, das ist der Punkt wie allein. Wo geht, hat dem Chaber mit sich. Und auf dem geht Leriacho, die Toin der Rufkin Hakbolis.
If you have a disabled child, sometimes it's very intimidating. For many families, there is not a large support network out there.
And it's a struggle, I'll be honest with you, it's a struggle. The Friendship Circle has given us the knowledge that there's a lot of other parents in the same boat as us.
There are very few people who come into Zev's life just to play with him.
The special moments that I see that really gives me a good feeling inside after I leave is how caring these young men and women are towards these children.
It's more personal, on a personal level. It's interacting. It's not just about physical needs, it's about emotional needs and being a friend and just what everyone needs.
It teaches the teenage kids that every child is the same. And it also teaches them not to be afraid of kids with special needs.
I've never really done this before, and it's just taught me that not to be afraid of different types of people, and you can still have fun no matter what the disability.
They form relationships and connections with individuals that they otherwise wouldn't.
It is especially good to be a friend to someone who doesn't necessarily get the social interaction that a lot of other people do. Now I acknowledge them and talk to them and make sure they know that I'm there for them.
And the guys are just so wonderful to him that he knows that they're there just for him, just to show him that he's worth being with.
But what I didn't realize is that the benefit that it brings to the parents of the special needs children. And that gives us a tremendous amount of joy to see them so happy and so thrilled to see their children involved with our children.
It's a pure form of giving, because you give of yourself, the other kids give of themselves, and it ends up being a really fun experience.
To see these kids willing to help is very heartwarming.
You're taking teenagers who are also going through tremendous changes in their life to take them and put them in a position where they feel really important to another human being, and participating in something that is very life-changing and life-changing for the families involved, all the families, is something that's invaluable.
When Sam Bear and I go to Ben's house every Sunday, it helps him boost his self-esteem because he knows that someone's there that cares about him and will hang out with him, and it's not forced because we like going and we look forward to it every week. It helps him with his confidence as a person, and he's happier with himself.
The one moment when I saw Jaco make his first basket and everybody started clapping and cheering for him, I thought it was just great, and I knew that I was in the right place, and I knew that this was a place that God had brought me to.
I'm not worried about 14 years old, I'm worried about 24 years old and 34 years old. Some of the experiences he has right now with the Friendship Circle are going to prove to make him a better adult.
I know now that when I go to college, I want to major in education and I want to get a degree with special needs children, because I realized how important it is that they can have people who they can relate to and they can have people who they can talk to, because I used to exclude them from my life because they were different from me, and now I realize that they're exactly like me.
I wouldn't have thought that it would work, and it's incredible to me, the number of volunteers and the success of the program.
And it's hard sometimes to know who is the benefactor. They're both benefiting at the same time.
And I know that I'm making a difference, that it's definitely a two-way street.
All of us worry about the future of the community. We are aware of it being besieged in many different ways, from many different directions. I think it's extraordinarily exciting that we are witnessing with our own eyes the nurturing and the growth of future leaders for our community.
They responded, and they give of their time, they give of their resources, they give of their busy schedule. They make it a priority. My dream is that the Friendship Circle volunteers will create a core of people who, instead of being intimidated and not knowing what to do, when they encounter someone that's different to them, will feel welcome in their world.
Second